Okay, so in this quick video I just want to go over how to get height maps out of Substance Designer and use them in ZBrush and then not have artifacts and be a bit rubbish, which is the case normally. Why you would want to do this: you could use Substance Designer to make interesting sort of height based patterns. You could use like curve brushes and things like that, or it may be that you actually just want to generate geometry based off your height map, in which case ZBrush is really good for things like that, and I'll show you how to do that as well. So say we've got our height map that's driving all of this and we want to export it. So this is this thing here. Then there's a couple of things we need to make sure that we've got set up. First thing is that the output format is 16 bits per channel. The way to get to this is to, rather than being relative to parent or input, you set it to absolute and then set it to be 16 bits per channel. And if you do that, then this should be okay to go out. So if we've got a node there, we can basically go to trim and export outputs as bitmaps. I'm going to save it out as a TIFF because ZBrush can read that, and it also means we can send it out 16-bit as well. And the only output I'm interested in is the height, so I'm just going to send that out, and the export's done. So I'm just going to close that. I'm going to go open ZBrush, switch off Lightbox. So I'm going to import a plane, as I've done before with this sort of stuff. Ref plane, draw him in. Okay, and I need to get some geometry into him. Let's get it around 1 million for now, that'll do. Okay, so go to Alpha and import trim height TIFF. That, just to show this quickly, this isn't actually what we're going to do, but just to show the issue. So drag rectangle, focal shift to something really small. I'm just going to drag this in, and you can see the type of artifacts you get. There we go. Okay, so the issue we've got here is, if I zoom in, you can see that we're getting this weirdness, this artifacting, and this is to do with compression, I think, that's happening, that ZBrush doesn't like. I think ZBrush is really built to work with whatever Photoshop does, or it feels like it. So the way we solve that problem is to jump over into Potato Shop and open this document and then resave it. So I'm going to go File. I know this is cropped off at the top so you can't see it, but I'm up in File, Save As. I'm just going to save it as TIFF, same thing, save, yes, and then it's going to give me some TIFF options, and I'm going to use no image compression at all. Hit OK. Just to double check, this mode is set, it's 16 bits, so it's still 16 bit. I'm going to switch this off. Right, I'm now going to reload this in as a new alpha. So import trim height TIFF. So this is the new one, and when I pull it in, I now don't have those issues anymore. We go into close. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's definitely better. Right, so that's not going to be enough to do the actual to get the right result. So I'm just going to divide it one more time. So it's now at 4 million. I'm going to delete the lower subdivisions because I'm not going to need them. And now, because I've got this alpha in here ready to go, and it's mapped to 0 to 1, so it covers the whole thing. So I'm going to go to masking. I'm going to go to mask by alpha, apply. There we go. And that basically has taken that alpha and it's applied it over that surface. If I get rid of this and get this down to basic materials so we can see it a bit better, then now that that's masked, I can then go up to the deformation tab, and if I go to offset, set it in the Z axis rather than the X axis, and then start to offset it, I can start to pull it up. You can see we get essentially what we got in Substance Designer, but it's made from real geometry. So yeah, there you go. That's how you do that.